anyone who doesn't know Big Frida, we kind of didn't do a good job of introducing all her accolades.
So many forward slashes.
So
that's why it's like artist is great, dancer, / songwriter, / producer, / singer, a rapper, dancer. Like it's all of the things.
Did you want to run down? I do want you to maybe tell the people who may not know what you're most known for.
Well, I'm known for bringing bounce to the world.
There we go.
Yeah.
I am known for being responsible for bringing New Orleans culture to the forefront and responsible for filling rooms up with people twerking and bringing every walk of life together.
Yes.
Through the power of ass.
Through the power of ass. The Buddha hole. Well, not really. It's just the outside of the Buddha hole.
Yeah. But you shake it wide enough, it'll open up.
That's a part of Shakedown Fridays. Look at you.
So, was that hard to do?
Most definitely. I grind for 10 years locally in New Orleans before I even became known to the world.
Wow.
Ooh.
7 nights a week, sometimes 4 and 5 clubs in one night.
Shut
I will go from one to the next. Everybody get a little taste.
I know that's right.
Give me my
There's
little bag.
a limited playlist. It's a playlist for a couple of y'all, and then
but
we're out.
I will go hype the party, and then I'm on to the next one. You know, I'm booked all over. Clubs are fighting to have me at their club to bring in the crowd. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense why you came on time.
Yeah, I did that for years, and also, hand in hand with rapping, I also was an interior decorator and did parties in New Orleans. I decorated for the mayor.
I love it.
So I did a lot of stuff.
You do everything.
I'm multitasking when it comes to, my God-given talents. And the decorating, I would decorate your party by day and rap by night. Wow. So I was working all throughout the whole day. On some weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm decorating clubs and then got to go home, transform, and come back and then rock the party.
Did you have like a vision in mind though about what you wanted? Like, what was your main goal? Was it to? Because for usually you talk to musicians, right? And everybody's like, I just want to get out.
Grammy.
Well, they want to win a Grammy, but it's like I want to get out of my hometown. I want to do, you know what I'm saying? I want to inspire people like me to live their truth and love themselves. Or I want to what was your main goal? Because literally, my every single milestone, every benchmark you hit, you were like, all right, this was cool. On to the next. We about to go do this.
Yeah, there was never really a goal, honestly. There was moments where I said, okay, now this has become my full career. I'm going full force. I'm going hard. There's no looking back. And when I decided that's when I just started giving everything my all with my music. I already was in music. I was already musically inclined. People already knew me in New Orleans. I was a choir director. Yeah. I directed at my church home. I directed at my high school.
Yes.
I sung with Gospel Soul Children of New Orleans, the Gospel Music Workshop of America. I traveled all over the country singing, choir competitions, everything. So New Orleans knew me for being that choir boy that hit a note in the club and you could hear me over the whole music.
Yes.
So I already had my mark set for New Orleans, and when I transitioned to bounce music, we was just doing it for fun. We were in the hallways and the projects beating on the electric box and on the railings and just like making music. And I never even thought that I would be a rapper. Like I wanted to be a famous gospel singer or a gospel director or or organist. I took piano lessons and all. Yeah, like I love literally. I thought I was going to be famous with gospel music. And something happened in my life.
Shaking ass?
Yeah, but something happened in my life where there was this transition after I left college. And I even was into nursing. I went to nursing school and all of that. So
oh my God. Yo, you have literally lived 30 lives. It's amazing.
No, honestly.
This is amazing.
So I just, when that transition happened and I came back from college and I took a break at home and I was on my summer break, I made a song and my whole world changed. I made this song called Oh Yeah. These hoes, they mad. Your boy I had. I made my cash. And every girl in New Orleans lost it.
So now we understand where city girls really got their swag from. That makes all the sense in the world.
There you go.
I was wondering, I was like, yo, when are we gonna, where do they get this from? It makes so much sense now.
And the song that y'all were just hearing while Big Frida was telling us her timeline was Ass Everywhere.
Yes.
Ass Everywhere.
Yeah, most definitely.
Game changer. Game changer.
No, I love that. So I didn't want to ask, you go from the clubs to bringing this New Orleans culture to the masses. At what point did you start getting the respect from everyone in the industry? Because you've worked with Beyonce. Drake brought you on stage when he came and did his concert in New Orleans. You have all this respect. You have a song with Lizzo. Like, you get all of this industry respect. When did that start happening? And when did you shift into that?
Yeah, I mean, I think every year was a transition. You know, every year just steady grinding, picking up new fans, picking up new artists who respect my hustle and my grind. You know, all of the cash money and the no limits, they respected me just from being from New Orleans and representing for that culture of bounce. You know, Soulja Slim once said that I'm gonna stop doing this bounce shit because Freddie got that shit. You know,
I love it.
So at some point, people, they recognize my hustle and they recognize my grind, and so they was like, ain't nobody doing it like this. No. Ain't nobody, you know, holding these clubs down like this. And my city is what gave me the recognition. New Orleans had my back. They put me on the map. They really pushed me. And when I started to step outside of New Orleans in 2010, New York, it was my first biggest supporters.
Really?
Oh, yes. New York Times held me down. I came, did 5 shows with my friend Spank Rock. I did 5 shows in 3 days. New York had me all over every article. Wow. They did a big write-up on me, came down to New Orleans, flew all these people down, did a photo shoot. And my life changed again.
Wow.
This is my second home.
Yeah. That's dope.
Bridget,
I love that.
Do you feel like New York, the way she like just brings up how her hometown like supported her and pushed her to the success, do you feel like you received that from New York, being from New York?
Oh, absolutely. Well, in the very beginning too, because I emerged with one of the biggest artists from here.
Right.
So that was really easy for me to be assigned to Jay-Z. And then, you know what I mean? For that to be a part of my story, my legacy here, in my mind as a kid growing up, it's like, well, there's only 2 places you're going to go. It's either I'm going to be on Rockefeller or I'm going to be on Bad Boy. That's it. We going with Jay or we going with Dame or we going with Puff. Like, those are the only 2 homes for me. And so, yeah, I think there was a lot of pride that was attached to my New York family and my New York friends and my colleagues and my peers here. Yeah. And the support for New Yorkers, I think, is, it's when you're from here, it's almost harder to make it when you're from here because there's such an oversaturation of people who also are transplants who come here to make it as well.
Yeah.
So it's almost like
read me, sis.
So there's, I mean, even in music, you know what I mean? But in music especially, it's like everybody says if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And it's like when you're from here, we got to compete with the other people from here.
If you can pay rent here, you can pay it anywhere.
If you can pay rent here,
I promise you.
You can pay rent anywhere.
You can pay it anywhere.
Yes.
That's really what the slogan should be.
But I think there's a lot to be said about that support though, because I think sometimes people leave their hometowns because they don't have the support. Yeah. And they end up blowing up off the strength of making it somewhere else and totally reinventing themselves. And
like
you
you
didn't have to do that. Were like, you woke up, you got to be who you were. You were participating in the community in all these different aspects, and everybody loves you.
Yeah, I'm just so happy that I was able to stay home. I'm still at home, and I can still go anywhere in New Orleans and get the love. And you know, it's no place like home. Yeah. You know, and I didn't want to be that artist that blew up and then herp and left my city. You know what I'm saying? My city is what got me on. Right. You know, and in return, I want to keep putting on for my city.
Yeah. Is there anybody you haven't worked with yet that you want to work with?
There's a lot of people I haven't worked with that I want to work with. I mean, from Patti LaBelle to Kelly Price to Fantasia to, you know, Jasmine Sullivan. There's a list.
Jasmine Sullivan was actually somebody that came to my mind first that I think you would be great with. I have a bucket
list, child, of people that I still want to work with. You know, and in due time, when God's timing allow us to work together, I never try to push people too far. You know, if the collaboration happen, it happens. If it don't, you know, sometimes I'm sad about it, but I'm always pushing to do great music with a lot of artists who I grew up listening to and love and adore so much.
Yeah. That's how I feel like right now. Like that idea of not pushing yourself onto someone, but knowing once you're in a space, they're gonna come to you. Yeah. And that's when you know what you've been doing is the right thing.
And it's working.
And it's working. And it's working.